Hello everyone, and a warm welcome to the penultimate day of the men's blind football competition here at the IBSA World Games Birmingham 2023. We've got Germany taking on Spain in the first match of the day. These two European nations competing for 11th place in this competition after Germany competed in Group B against, the eventual finalists China and Argentina, and Spain were drawn in Group C and, like Germany, picked up an opening win but failed to progress into the semi-finals and the finals, which are taking place tomorrow. My name's Rob Scanlon. I've got Dixie Dean, the former England goalkeeper, alongside me, and we're looking forward to today's action. First, the national anthems of Germany and Spain here at the University of Birmingham.
Please remain standing if you're able for the national anthem of Spain.
The national anthems of Germany and Spain ahead of this 11th placed match. Let's take a check on the two teams then. A very nice sunny afternoon, early afternoon here in the West Midlands of England. We'll start with Germany's starting five. They've got number 1 Sebastian Thiemel in goal. Number 2 is Jonathan Tenzing. Number 3 Jonas Furman. Number 5, Rasmus Narius. Number 7 is Tammy Kuttig. On the bench, they've got sub-goalkeeper number 12, Niels Hemmelstedt. Number 6 is Hassan Aitenbash. Number 9, Alikan Pektash. Number 10 is Alexander Fangman, who is their captain. And number 13 is Emilio Eichler. They're coached by Martin Mania. Their guide is Jonas David. There's a Germany flag draped on the back row of the stand. And the players applauding their compatriots' names being read out. So let's go through the Spanish team. In goal, number 15, Daniel Baranicha. Number 6 is Unai Sanchez. Number 13, Javier Serrato. Number 10, their captain, Sergio Alamar. Number 14, Alvaro Gomez. On the subs bench, number 1, Serafino Sanchez. He's their goalkeeper. Number 7, Julio Sanchez. Number 8, Victor Acevedo. Number 9 is Juan Jose Garrido. And number 12, Enrique Hierro. They're coached by Antonio Ruiz, and their guide is Emiliano Jimenez. Referees today on field, Alfredo Martinez and Rafael Swirzczek. So, for the first time today, nice to be reunited with Dixie Dean. Dixie, good afternoon to you. 11th, 9th, up for grabs in the first 2 games before the host nation, England, round off their games with a clash against Mexico. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's hanging in there. I think, but I was just talking to Rob before we come on air. I think by the time we finish tomorrow night, that will be my 59th game in this 12 or 13 day period. So getting used to it now. It was a bit green at the start, I think, and was guided through by Rob over the first 2 days, and starting to feel my feet a bit now. But generally, I can say it's been a fantastic tournament. Really enjoyed it. Some of the goals we've seen, they just take your breath away. And I think, to be frank, I don't really think you get the full effect on the screen. When you hear and you see the pace of the ball it's hitting the back of the net, it's truly remarkable. And yeah, as I say, I've really enjoyed my time here, and I've really enjoyed commentating, I must admit. It's a first, but yeah, it's been really good.
We are getting Dixie's statue erected as we speak here at the University of Birmingham. Day 11, there's the fixtures on your screen now, as I mentioned. Germany against Spain first up. Then at 2:30 local time, so in just over 2 hours' time, we've got Thailand taking on Morocco. Morocco, one of the sides who have already qualified for the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. And then there's a bit of a gap, actually, until 6:30 GMT when England take on Mexico in a 13th place match. The sides that have already qualified for France 2024. Remember, there was 3 places up for grabs in this World Games. They've already gone to Argentina, Brazil and Colombia as a result of the results here. Previously, France obviously qualified as the host nation. Morocco already booked their place, along with Turkey and China. It's going to be China against Argentina in the final tomorrow. Very much looking forward to seeing how that goes. But today, there's ranking points up for grabs, and that's all important, as Dixie was explaining to me about qualifications for the tournaments that take place around the world throughout the other months in the year, Dixie.
Yes, it'll roll on from here. The next international competition will be the South American competition. I'm not sure if it's not called the South American, but it's basically all the South American countries. And I think that's sometime in October. So it rolls on to there, and then we start again in January, and it just sort of moves around the world. So looking at these 2 teams, really hard to call, because defensively they're both excellent. They've not conceded many goals. Their downfall has come because they haven't scored many. I think Germany has scored 1 and Spain 2. So
3. They beat Colombia 3-0 in the first game.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. But that's, yeah. You're right about Germany. I mean, they beat England by 1-0 in that first game, and I remember that pretty well. And that was a surprise for the host nation and a real setback. But then lost 2-0 to China and then to Argentina, who will face off in the final before losing the follow-up game out of the group to Thailand by 1-0.
Yeah, so
as for Spain, lost 3-0 to Colombia, then beat Colombia 3-0, then lost 4-2 to Spain. The Mali game didn't take place, Mali not here, and then they drew 0-0 with Morocco, but lost by 1-0 on penalties in their qualification match. So we're about to get underway. The teams have been gathered in huddles with their coaching staff. Now they're out in their formations. It's going to be Germany kicking from right to left in their all-black kit. It's Spain to kick us off, kicking from left to right. They're in all-red strip with yellow trim. It's just a thin yellow line, and a diagonal line on the front of their red shirts, and yellow trim on the sleeves as well. As I mentioned, Germany in the all-black kit, the white numbers and the word Deutschland on the back of each of their shirts. We're about to get underway then, here we go. Spain to kick us off. Into the German defensive third straight away. 3 black shirts around it though. And away comes Narius. Crowded out by 2 Spanish players. And it's Alamar, the Spanish skipper, who tries to break towards the edge of the D. It's held up by 3 Germany defenders, including Narius once again. Right over by the far side. And he rolls it with the sole of his shoe back to his goalkeeper, Sebastian Thiemel. Knocks it left-footed down the German left. That's a nice turn from Jonas Furman. The number 3 cuts infield. Furman is hacked down by Sergio Alamar, and he was just about to let fly there with a shot, and that was an easy decision for the referee.
Yeah, just outside the penalty area. He was cutting across from left to right, and I think we got a replay of it and we see how far it is out the box. Initially I thought it was quite close, but I don't think it is. It wasn't far away. Yeah, it's definitely outside the box, and so it gives the Germans an early opportunity.
All thanks to that nice turn from Jonas Furman. He used the near side board to his advantage and then rolled it back and got away from one and then cut in field and forced Sergio Alamar to hack him down. So all 4 Spanish outfield players in the wall. 2 German players over it. Jonathan Tenzing is there, as is Tammy Kutik.
Yeah, the guy behind the goal just going through the routine. If you've been following these games, you will only be too aware of the tapping of the posts and all the other procedures that take place.
Jonas David, the German guide. Shot comes in, parried away by Baranicha. It was Kutig who let fly, and it was goal-bound, but parried away to his left-hand side by Baranicha, and Spain can clear their lines.
Yeah, good effort. Nice height for the keeper to save. It was sort of waist height, but it was on target and bodes well for the future.
Good crossfield ball from Unai Sanchez from the right wing position over to the far side. They try and play it back in a diagonal way, but it's cut out by Furman. Gets into the centre circle, then treads on the ball, has to face his own goal, and then hits it to the far sideboard. It knocks, and initially looked to be rolling kindly for Tenzing, but oh no, he's got it back. Tenzing into the Spanish defensive third now. Again, he opts to glide in field and runs into a bit of trouble there, and Spain are able to dart it clear over the halfway line. Over on the far side, their left, taken off them by Narius, the tall German number 5. Finds the dangerous Furman, who was getting in down the left-hand side, but for the intervention of Sanchez, who pops it out for a corner to Germany. The first of this game, 0-0. We've played just under 2 minutes. Germany having the best chance of the half so far. Tammy Kutig taking on the free kick. Decent power, decent direction, but a comfortable save for Baranicha. As here come Germany once again. Another shot, this time from Furman, right-footed, blocked. And it's over onto the far sideboard, and Jonathan Tenzing rolls it back to Narius. Got Kutig in field, but opts it to this near sideboard and Furman. Furman is been held up by Alvaro Gomez, who got his body in the way right by the corner. And I think he's conceded a corner. Yeah, the last touch came off Alvaro Gomez, the Spanish number 14. So another corner to Germany, who are doing all the early pressing here.
Yeah, they're certainly piling on the pressure, the Germans, at the early part of this game. And while they're on top, they want to score a goal. So it may well come from a situation like this.
Just clouded over here at the University of Birmingham. Referee's whistle goes, and Furman runs out the corner, tries to dart into the area. He's held up and blocked right on the edge of the penalty area by Spain, and Alvaro Gomez can try and run it clear. Loses his way somewhat, and Narius picks up the loose ball. Narius then challenged. So over to the far side, the German right still in this Spanish defensive third. They managed to poke it into the middle third, but again it's picked up by a German player in Tenzing. Now on this near sideboard by the coaching staffs of the two countries. There's a good tussle going on between Kuttig and Sanchez. And Germany, I think, just about, well, no, actually, in the end, it was a bit of impeding there from Kuttig, Dixie.
Yeah, I think the referee's quite all right there. The German lad, he was a bit free and easy with his elbows, to be honest, and they were flailing around a little bit, and so the referee's pulled it back, and they've got a free kick just outside the attacking third, but it's very wide on the board, so not an ideal position, but gives them possession.
Yeah, it's on the near side of your picture, just a yard or so in from the near sideboard. It's the Spanish right. Alamar, the captain, drifts into the centre circle, challenged, has to retreat into his own half now. He's under significant pressure, does well. Offloads it to Sanchez, who can run down the right wing. Sanchez, challenged, fairly, in the opinion of the referee. Narius was there. And it's back with Thiemel, who launches the ball down the German right. There's Tenzing. Can't keep it in. Not for a Spanish restart. Still goalless. 3.5 minutes played. Long throw down the right towards Sanchez. Goes beyond him and out for a German restart. Taken by Sebastian Thiemel in the all-yellow goalkeeping kit. Goes short this time. Germany switch it from the right to the left. And Narius goes back to the right. That's good play from the Germans. Tenzing gets into the Spanish defensive third. Shot left-footed. Is closed down. Tenzing tries to get it back and retains possession. Right on the cusp of that defensive third. And Furman then picks it up. He was just angling his run towards the penalty area there when he lost possession.
Yeah, it's just clipped his heels as he was running, and the Germans have got another penalty out of this. Yeah, it just clipped his heels.
He said penalty there.
Corner, sorry.
You got the Germans very excited.
Sorry about that, I meant corner. I think I would have been a bit more excited if it would have been a penalty. Yeah, it's just clipped his heels as he's gone through, and but the Germans have got a corner, not a penalty, as I inadvertently said. That was probably a bit of wishful thinking.
3 in the wall. Now 2 as Alvaro Gomez breaks away and tries to win the ball back from Spain, and does. He intercepts the pass, and Alvaro Gomez can run down the Spanish right, but he then opts to pass it forward. It only gets about 6 or 7 yards before it's intercepted. And run forward by Narius, the tall German number 5, lean figure. He's got his back to the Spanish goal. Plays it back to his teammate Tenzing, who looks to find Furman on the left wing for Germany. Furman initially brings it under his spell, and then tries to win a corner, and does so.
Yeah, Germans cranking up the pressure, but they really need to try and get a goal while they're in charge of this game. Spanish are defending well, showing very little threat going the other way, though.
Furman playing like an out-and-out left winger, isn't he? Just sort of hugging that touchline and being a real outlet for Germany at the moment. He's got the ball from this corner. Chance of a right-footed shot, gets it in. It's actually low, and Serrato stabs it away, but only as far as Tenzing. Tenzing now on the edge of the Spanish penalty area. Tenzing shoots, parried, and then claimed at the second attempt by Baranicha, who quickly offloads the ball forward to the halfway line. Alamar miscontrols it. Scooped up by Narius. Inside the centre circle for Germany. It's all Germany at the moment. 0-0. We've played 5 minutes. Narius inside the centre circle. Puts his foot on the ball. Then goes to that left option of Jonas Furman. Jonas Furman inside the penalty area, then angles against him, and the second touch was a bit heavy, and it went out of his reach, and Baranicha was able to claim.
Yeah, all Germany. Nothing really from Spain at all, except for that one free kick they had, but we're on the ball now, switching it, and it switched to no one.
Timeout called.
Substitution for Spain.
Spain. So Unai Sanchez, who just scooped the ball from right to left, looks to be moving slightly gingerly there as he makes his way off the field of play. And he's replaced by Julio Sanchez.
In the previous game that Spain played, it was Alvaro, the number 14, who was the live wire, but we've seen very little from him today. But I noticed his right hand's heavily strapped, so that could be a reason why he's not involved much.
Subdued start from Spain, but still 0-0 as the ball's contested on halfway between the two players. It was Narius for Germany and Julio Sanchez, who's just come on for Spain, and in the end the decision goes Spain's way. It's a free kick just short of halfway.
Yeah, Narius was definitely the culprit there. He had his knee up around the midriff of the Spaniard there, and it was one of those thou shalt not pass. And so it's a free kick on the halfway line to Spain.
Sergio Alemar, the captain, scoops it over to the far side. It's taken down on the chest, I think, by Tammy Kuttig in the end. There's a suspicion of a handball there, but play goes on. And the ball's now loose and squirms right to the far sideboard, right by the German corner. And that's squirmed away by Germany, and they can run it clear now down their left-hand side. Narius goes from the near side to the far side and manages to get inside the penalty area, and he's got a chance of a shot on goal, and that's good defending actually in the end. But then the goalkeeper, Daniel Barincha, has just picked the ball up and touched the ball outside his penalty area. A very easy penalty to give there.
Yeah, the referee was right in line with the edge of the box, and the keeper saved it with his knees, and it's rolled out, and he's just snuck a hand out to try and drag it back in. Oh, you ain't going to get away with that, sunshine. No, it was a good foot outside the box when he's pulled it back in.
Well, can Germany take a deserved lead here with 8 minutes 21 seconds left on the stopwatch for this first half? It's been all Germany so far, and they've been excellent in this 11th place game. Spain have been pretty becalmed. Germany have got Jonathan Tenzing, their number 2, over this penalty against Daniel Baranicha. Can he make amends for that error? Handling the ball clearly outside of his penalty area.
So the referee's asked for quiet while the guy goes through his processes. He's also reminded the keeper that he's got to be on the line, and he will have also checked the shades of the penalty taker to make sure they're correct.
Jonathan Tenzing, left-footed, hits the post. The right-hand post of Daniel Baranicha, who guessed the right way. It was a low-effort, stabbed effort, and Tenzing couldn't quite convert. 0-0 it remains.
Yeah, not a bad penalty. Well, it was a bad penalty. He didn't get it on target. But it was 2 or 3 inches from creating a perfect penalty, if you like, yeah. 2 or 3 inches to the right-hand side, and he would have scored a perfect goal. But I think the keeper done really well, because he did get his foot down there as well. So we move on, still 0-0.
Here is Tenzing looking to get on the score sheet after hitting the frame of the goal with that penalty. A chance of a shot perhaps from a good 10 metres out. Decides not to, and gives it to Jonas Furman down the left wing. Furman gets into the area, held up by 2 red shirts, one of which is Serrato, who now calmly plays it back to his goalkeeper Baranicha. Down the right wing he goes, and that's well collected by Julio Sanchez on as a sub. Sanchez will try and wriggle from the attentions of Narius. Narius sticking to his task. Sanchez does manage to roll the ball to the far side, where Alemar is lurking, and now Alemar has the ball. He's gone to this near side and found Julio Sanchez again, who tried to get towards the D, and it's blocked, and out it goes for a Spanish corner. 0-0, Germany having that penalty against the post not long ago. Yeah. We can have a look back at that penalty as well. I don't think Baranicha did get a foot to it. He tried. No, it's clean off the bar and the outside of the post, the outside of the post, and bounced away to safety.
Yeah, we've got a substitute for Germany coming up. So number 3 coming off.
It's going to be replaced by Alikan Pektaj. So it is that option on the left. Jonas Furman, who's been excellent so far in this game, he makes way for the time being. Alican Pektash has some big shoes to fill. And just being that outlet down the German left, really. That's where they've had a lot of joy so far. Spain have this corner, though. It's on their right-hand side, the near side of the pitch. Run in field by Alomar. Gets towards the 8-metre penalty spot, but then falls back inside the middle third. Alomar looks for a diagonal pass, and it picks out Julio Sanchez. Sanchez up against the near sideboard. Uses it to work an angle and get back in field with the blue boots and the lime green trim on them. Julio Sanchez, it's just nipped off him there by Narius. And now it's Spain back under a bit of pressure, as Sergio Alomar in the left-back sort of position for Spain is losing the ball. Narius has it. Back to goal. Feeds it to Tenzing. 0-0. Tenzing looking for Pektaj on this left wing, but doesn't find him. It's intercepted and away by the Spaniards down their right wing. Julio Sanchez nipped off him and away by Pektaj, who runs into the middle third with a nice turn of pace. Pektaj on as a sub. Can he make an instant impact? Lovely run from right to left, and then he just takes a touch off Javier Serrato. And out it goes for a German corner. But a nice start from Alican Pektaj. Germany 0, Spain 0.
Yeah, a good run by the substitute coming on, but also a good bit of defending by the Spanish 13. He snuck a foot out there and managed to get it away from him and push it out for a corner. So good play all round there. It looks like we're going to have a time out to... Oh, it's a referee's timeout. There's obviously something wrong with the shades of one of the players. So the referee's been called in. And now he will head off and find the culprit.
Seems largely satisfied with what's going on. So I think it's Alican Pektaj, the man who's just come on as a sub, who's just initially looked like he was checking the back of his eye mask, but...
Right, he seems the referee's content, so off we go.
Kuttig. Chance of a shot perhaps for Germany. Does shoot, but loses his balance, and it's well challenged by Alomar. Alomar runs the ball up towards halfway, down the Spanish left. Taken off him by Kuttig. Temi Kuttig. Into the centre circle he goes. Drifts from the far side to the near side, then stops. Runs it back to the halfway line. Bright yellow boots on. Down the right-hand side he goes. It's intercepted. It was a short pass he was looking for, but it was easily read by Sergio Alomar, Spanish captain. Little 10-yard scoop towards the edge of the German penalty area. There was a defensive wall there assembled by Germany, and forward they come through Narius. What a run this is. Towards the edge of the penalty area. He's forced wide, right by the left-hand side, and he overruns it. Out it goes for a Spanish restart. It remains goalless.
Yeah, Narius looks a bit...
Well, there's a long throw upfield, and this is a chance for Spain, but as Julio Sanchez tried to turn right by the goalkeeper, he couldn't wrap his foot around it, and it went all the way through. Sorry, Dixie.
Yes, I was just going to mention Narius. He looks a little bit unorthodox in his style and his running, but he's very effective. He breaks things down, and when he gets on a run, he's quite difficult to stop because he's a fairly big lad. And but as I say, he does look a bit unorthodox, but effective. So.
And he's on the ball now, running and shooting across goal, and not far wide. There was a spectacular dive from Daniel Baronicio, which I don't think he needed to do, really. But anyway, got a deflection on the way out, and it's out for a corner.
Yeah, there was definitely a touch on it. But,
one for the cameras, that dive.
Oh, yeah.
You must have done that in your day.
See, you saw him smile at us when he was going down. Here we go, we're having a replay of it. It's not really, as I say, he looks a bit unorthodox. Well, it was going well wide, the keeper didn't need to go for it, but the keeper would say he was going for the original angle, then he got deflected wider. You know what his keepers are like.
Absolutely. Corner to Germany on the far side, they're right. Tenzing hit the frame of the goal with his penalty. Gives it to Temi Kutig inside the middle third of the pitch. Nice footwork. Gets in down the right-hand side. He's got 4 red shirts to get past. Gets into the penalty area. Deflection on the shot from a narrow angle. Out it goes for another corner. Serrato with the important intervention there.
Yeah, we got less than 4 minutes to play, and I think the Spanish coach will be happy to get in at 0-0 and shake his side up a little bit, because they're definitely not performing at the moment.
Tenzing takes this corner. Spins away from one. Tackled by another, and away comes Spain down their right-hand side. It's with their captain, Alamar. Gets into the centre circle, then challenged by Narius. Narius with his long, rangy strides. He's held up, but manages to squeeze it to Tenzing, but then he's challenged, and Spain can get the ball clear over halfway. Little tug on the shirt from Narius there. The referee at the moment playing on, and Narius does get an important little prod to Pektaj, who goes down the left wing, 3 red shirts around him, crowded out, and wins a corner. So it's 0-0, but Germany having that penalty for a handball from Daniel Baranicha that hit the post.
Another substitution from Spain, 7's off.
Sanchez was on as a sub, and now he's gone off. He was their most sort of advanced player, really. Just
9 has come on.
Juan Jose Garrido is on.
Yeah.
Immediately formed part of a 2-man wall.
Just over 3 minutes to go.
Here come Germany then with this corner. It's scooped this time. Lands on the 8-metre penalty spot and bounces over to the far sideboard where Tenzing picks up. Tenzing tries to switch it back to the left wing. It's intercepted by the man who's just come on. Garrido tries to break over halfway, but there's Narius. And Narius has another shot which deflects, and it would have wrong-footed the goalkeeper. The deflection came off the heel of Serrato. Again, Narius not afraid to shoot from almost the very edge of the attacking third there, and it went squirmed out for a corner. But it was interesting that, because obviously it got the touch off Serrato, and it did wrong foot the goalkeeper, but went well wide of his left.
Yeah, if it had come inside the post, he could have been in trouble, because the keeper was definitely going the other way. But I say, Narius, he's a strange. You look at him and you think, I don't know, but he's effective. He does break things up, and he's really difficult to stop. He's
by some distance the tallest player on the field, isn't he? And he's got good engine clearly, and he's confident carrier of the ball and not afraid to shoot. As Tenzing goes to ground in the penalty area, play goes on. Spain struggling to clear their lines here, right on the edge of their penalty area. Narius is there being a nuisance again. Narius tries to squirm away from a couple, and it is eventually run away by Spain, but just lacking the composure that you'd expect from the side that opened their Group C account with that 3-0 victory over Colombia. As Germany come down the right-hand side, it's scooped from the far side to the near side and taken on by Pektaj down the left wing for Germany.
Yeah, that's
tackled
another
by
corner.
Javier Serrato. Sub being prepared by Germany, who were very much on top in this game. Pektaj making way for Emilio Eichler.
As we said in previous games, when Spain have been playing, they're very much in transition in their squad at the moment. Up until about 5 years ago, the previous 20 years, Spain were the kings of Europe, and a very good side and winning all the major honours in European football. But their players all got old at the same time, and they've had to restart really, and so they're very much in transition and hoping to get back to where they once belong.
And Germany have this corner. down there left-hand side. Kutig tries to weave his way towards the edge of the D, but he's intercepted, and away it goes. Narius is the deepest German player at the moment, and passes it down the right-hand side. It hits the far sideboard, trickles into the Spanish defensive third, where Alamar can pounce on the loose ball. Alamar, the Spanish captain, what can he do? Something special! He shoots across goal. That wasn't far wide. That was the best we've seen of Spain so far. It's still 0-0. Sebastian Timor not forced into a save, but he did get down to his right-hand side at full stretch because he was worried about that shot from Alamar.
Yeah, Alamar in the previous game was very lively for Spain, and up until that minute he was almost non-existent, but he just reminded the Germans, I'm still here, and if you give me a minute, or don't tackle me, I'll make you pay for it, and nearly punish them then.
Kutig at the other end has a shot. It's on goal, but Baranicha makes a comfortable save down in front of him. Game really opening up in these last seconds of the first 15. Germany forced into some defensive work here through Narius in the right-back position. Does well, directs his pass back to his goalkeeper, Timor. Timor left-footed, knocks it to the right wing. That's a lovely turn from Tenzing. Tenzing just, as he got away from one, then went to ground. And it's Spain who are able to clear it to the bright-booted Temi Kutig. Kutig. Diagonal pass to this near sideboard. Oh, that's worked out nicely for Eichler. Managed to hurdle one challenge. Eichler, the number 13, just on as a sub. Tries to switch the play, but that's it for the first half here of this first game of the penultimate day of the men's blind football competition. Germany against Spain, competing for who takes 11th place in this tournament. And at the moment, it's honours even, but Germany have been by far the better side, having a penalty that hit the frame of the goal. Spain, closest they've come is a shot from Sergio Alamar, their captain, which flashed across goal. But yes, looking forward to the second 15. Can Spain sort of rally themselves, really, and just, with their coach Antonio Ruiz, just waking themselves up a bit? Because at the moment it's been pretty subdued from Spain. It's been lively from Germany, but the score is 0-0. And if you are just watching us for the first time, here's a refresher of the rules before hopefully you join us again for the second 15. Half-time here, Germany 0, Spain 0.
It's fast, technical and tense. This is your guide to five-a-side football. There are 5 players per team, 4 outfield players and a goalkeeper. The aim of the sport is to score a goal by kicking the ball into your opponent's goal, and at the end of the game, whoever scored the most wins. Players must wear eye shades to ensure that all players have the same level of vision. That is apart from the goalkeepers, who aren't required to wear eye shades and can be fully sighted. Their job is to keep the ball from going in the goal behind them. But how do the players on the field know where the ball, or indeed the goal, is? Well, the ball in blind football is specially designed to make sound whenever it moves. Also, each team has a guide behind the opposition goal to help direct them. Each player is required to shout "Voy" when going for the ball. This ensures every player has the cues they need to help build a picture of what's going on and what to do next in defence or attack. To help this, total silence is required from the crowd until a goal goes in. Voy is Spanish for go, and it was the Spanish who were credited with originally developing blind football in the 1920s. As well as the Paralympics, teams from all corners of the world can compete at World, European, Asian, African and America's Championships, as well as a World Grand Prix.
Blind football can be played by both men and women, with the historic first Women's World Championships coming up in 2023.
So what are you waiting for? Give it a try.
IBSA, International Blind Sports Federation, presents, with the support of the International Paralympic Committee, IBSA Anti-Doping App, the first application of its kind in the Paralympic movement, specifically designed for blind and visually impaired people. Athletes, coaches, medical staff, managers, and the public in general now have a powerful tool to stay focused on the principles of clean sport. Scrolling down the main menu, you can find all the important themes you need to know to play fair and be alert to testing procedures and necessary adaptations for athletes with visual impairments. IBSA gives top priority to anti-doping control, being the only international federation with 3 sports in the Paralympic family: goalball, football, and judo. IBSA anti-doping app has external links, namely to WADA, where our sport agents can always find the most updated information, especially the list of prohibited substances and methods. Glory in sport can only be achieved by the athlete's awareness of their rights and responsibilities. You can find them on the IBSA anti-doping app. IBSA is continuously promoting anti-doping education to all its affiliate athletes and sport agents, not only about the consequences of the use of doping and the risk of using supplements. IBSA believes that education is the major tool to fight doping in sport. Informed athletes can make better decisions. Download the app now at the usual operating system stores.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have seen history being made today.
Such a great team at these championships.
IBSA. Beyond sight. Feel the sport.
Welcome back to the University of Birmingham. Second half coming your way of this men's blind football match. Germany 0, Spain 0. These European sides competing for 11th place in the rankings from this tournament. The men's tournament getting underway last Tuesday. It's approaching the final stages now. It's the penultimate day. Finals day tomorrow. Big day. Expecting some big crowds in as well. This one a little bit subdued, but a very decent game. It's been Germany who've been by far the better side. Had a penalty that hit the post, and have just generally been more aggressive and exciting to see as an early shot goes away straight away by Jonas Furman, right-footed, who's back on, and it goes straight to Daniel Baranicha. Germany kicking from left to right in this second half in the all-black kit with the white trim. Spain in their all-red kit with yellow trim. Spain kicking from right to left. Spain have got Daniel Baranicha in goal. On the field at the moment is Sergio Alomar, their captain, who had their best opportunity the first half. He shot across goal. 14 is Alvaro Gomez. Number 13, Javier Serrato. And Juan Jose Garrido is on as well, number 9. As for Germany, they've gone back to the team that started the match as Jonas Furman cuts in from the left. Another shot unleashed. This time it's out and across goal and away for a Spanish restart. We see Daniel Baranicha, the Spanish keeper there, just trying to G up his players, trying to wake them up. They're just very subdued so far in this game. So Germany, Sebastian Thiemel is their goalkeeper in the all-yellow kit. They've got Jonathan Tenzing, who had that penalty. They hit the frame of the goal. Jonas Furman is their number 3. They've got the tall Rasmus Narius, who was very good in that first half. And Temi Kutig is their number 7. They're coached by Martin Mania. Spain's coach Antonio Ruiz. Whistle goes from Alfredo Martinez, the referee, and it's a free kick to Spain in their right back position, so on the far sideboard. And Juan Jose Garrido is over it. Kicks it diagonally into the defensive third of Germany. That's well played by Temi Kutig, back to his goalkeeper Thiemel. Tries to find Narius on the far sideboard, gets over the halfway line, opens up his stride, runs into his own player but manages to just about keep it in, and then a miscued touch. Out it goes for a Spanish restart. Dixie Dean, the former England goalkeeper, has been involved in blind football for over 25 years, qualified referee, is alongside me, Rob Scanlon. Sun shining here in the West Midlands, University of Birmingham, one of the biggest and best ranked universities in the country. Beautiful red brick buildings behind us. We're playing on the artificial pitches here, obviously the green artificial grass with a tinge of black, because obviously they've got those black rubber pellets on. It's all-weather surface, and it's the all-black kitted Germany who have possession on halfway with Narius. Now prodded down the right wing by Kettig, but it's unable to be kept in. So Dixie, it looks like more of the same in the second half from the early exchanges.
Yeah, it does. Germany certainly on the front foot, taking a game to Spain, and yeah, it's a pretty poor performance from Spain, to be quite frank, and they haven't really looked like it.
Kutig with a shot across goal, and that's just flashes across Baranicha's goal. That was a lovely run from left to right by Temi Kutig, and unleashed a powerful drive across goal, Dixie.
Yeah.
Again, shows that it's all Germany.
Yeah, it's definitely, as I say, the Germans look far more likely and look like that they actually want to win again. I'm not sure if Spain, from what they've shown, they don't look like they want to win it. Perhaps they're playing for penalties, who knows. But the Germans are looking likely, and we just sit back and watch, enjoy their skills, because we're not seeing anything from the Spanish at all.
Jonas Furman, beautiful footwork, gets away from Garrido, now into the penalty area. Acute angle, challenged, firm challenge, fair one, and away downfield it goes by Spain. It's going to trickle all the way across the line, away to our left-hand side, and out for a Germany restart. Again, we saw Jonas Furman there with a beautiful little bit of footwork, putting his foot on the ball, spinning away from Garrido. So a low centre of gravity, really nice bit of play that from Jonas Furman. And now it's with Kutig on halfway. Bright lime green boots, number 7. Opens up his body, finds the near sideboard where Tenzing is waiting. Cuts infield. Tenzing is challenged, and away comes Spain through their captain, Alomar. Runs into trouble just as he was getting to the dotted line of the German defensive third. And Germany break up that attack pretty comfortably in the end. They get 3 black shirts behind the ball, and one of those is Jonas Furman, who again runs with confidence forward. Now checks back, and I don't think Alvaro Gomez said voy before he clattered into Jonas Furman. I don't know if you heard the cry of anguish from Furman there as he took a pretty heavy blow and his eye mask fell off.
Yeah, Spaniards just stepped right across in there and blocked him out, and yes, a bit of a cynical foul, that one, really. And it results in a free kick. I'm just watching it again. Yeah,
collision there.
Straightforward enough for the referees. So it results in a free kick to Germany just on the edge of their attacking third. And let's see what they can make of this.
1 foul apiece in this half so far. Spain decide to make a change before this free kick is taken. Juan Jose Garrido, the number 9, the bleach blonde hair, makes way. And on comes Unai Sanchez, the number 6 for Spain. Shirt untucked, he goes to take his place in the wall. So this free kick is going to be taken right on that defensive third line of Spain. So it's an attacking position for Germany to the right of your picture. It is slightly closer to the far side than the centre of the pitch. And Jonas Furman is there. Leaves it for Tenzing. Tenzing is checked as he tries to run down the left-hand side. Spain hack it away. Alomar tries to complete the clearance and does get away from Narius momentarily. Narius won't let him go. Good battle there right on halfway. Alomar wins out though. Alomar, can he bear down on goal? Well, there's a clear pull there from Narius. A pull, I think there was an arm shove.
There was a pull first, then a shove in the back, wasn't there? As I said before, Narius is very unorthodox and quite a difficult player to play against. He's all legs and arms, and yeah, he's very effective though. He breaks things up and he gets the ball moving in the other way, and you know, Germany quite reliant on him in the midfield area. But Spain got a free kick onto this left-hand board as we're looking at it, just inside the third. So let's see what they can operate well. We wait for the Spanish captain to refasten his shoelaces.
0-0. We've played just under 5 minutes of this second half. Bright sunshine breaks through the clouds overhead. Spain with this free kick. They're just inside the German defensive third, close to the near sideboard. Got 2 players over it. Captain Alomar, Unai Sanchez, his left hand on his back on the number 10. As the Spanish guide Emiliano Jimenez indicates where the goal is.
Yeah, all these guides are huge. Like the Raven guy was massive.
Here's Alomar. Well, he tried it, a toe poke with the shot there, and it got a heavy deflection, sent it back almost the opposite way, and out it went, bounced for a corner. I think the initial shot was going wide anyway, so it's probably done Spain a bit of a favour there. As
another substitution taking place. This time it's the German players is about to be hooked.
Yeah, Pektaj coming on for Jonathan Tenzing, who's had the best opportunity of this game with that penalty that he hit the post with in the first half. Just under 10 minutes left of this game. 0-0. Here comes Spain with this corner. Shot deflected from Alamar, but it took the sting out of it and easily gathered by Timel down low. Roll no more than a metre to Narius, who was in front of him, and he tried to knock it long down the right hand side, but Pektaj on as a sub couldn't bring it under control. His white trainers on, and it's hurled out by Baranicha down the right hand side. There's Jonas Furman though, steps in, and there's a Spanish player down on that far side. Unites Sanchez, he's okay. And he's trying to get the ball back off Jonas Furman, who whips this to the near sideboard. It bounces, rolls in field, picked up by Spain. Here comes Alamar, down their left wing. And it's overrun and out for a German restart. Still goalless. More even second half, you'd have to say. Spain just growing into it. And they're counter-attacking here after Pektaj loses it to Alamar. That's good from Alamar. Can he get a shot away? He's got 3, now 4 black shirts around him, and Pektaj wins it. Germany with the ball on halfway in Kutik. Down their left-hand side. Now into the Spanish defensive third. Kutik is held up. And now he's got his back to goal, but he spins in field. Possible opportunity for a shot. No, he opts to keep hold of it, and it costs him. And Spain get bodies back, and they should be able to get it away, but Alvaro Gomez makes a bit of a meal of it. Needs his captain Alamar to feed it back to his goalkeeper. Baranicha knocks it long, and there's not a Spanish player anywhere near that.
Such a waste by the Spanish keeper. He's had all the time in the world to pick up a player, and he's just drilled it up the other end and given possession back to Germany.
Who have it on the edge of their defensive third, central position through Kutik. Just runs directly towards goal, and just about stopped in the end by Spain as Alvaro Gomez got his body in the way and managed to break that up, but he'd already glided past 3 red shirts. Spain can try and counter-attack through Unai Sanchez. Sanchez treads on the ball. There's an eye mask on the floor. I think it's Jonas Furman's. Plays going on at the moment. Sanchez loses possession and Pektaj picks it up. Down the right-hand side of midfield for Germany. Now it's back with Alamar for Spain. Bandaged right hand. That's a good pass. A really good pass. And a shot comes in from Unai Sanchez, which is not the best, and it squirms comfortably wide of the left-hand post of Sebastian Timel.
Yeah, the referee's just checking. I think it was a head guard he picked up, not shades. And
Germany call a timeout.
Yeah, it was a head guard.
So 0-0, 7 minutes 20 seconds left of this one. Don't forget, we've got 2 more games coming your way. Live here, streamed from the University of Birmingham. Thailand against Morocco. We're competing for 9th place. And then we've got England, the host nation, against Mexico, who are competing for 13th place. If you missed it yesterday, Argentina against China. It's going to be the final tomorrow in the last game of this competition. There's the schedule on day 11 for you. Germany, Spain that we're enjoying at the moment. Thailand, Morocco later on. And then there's a bit of a gap between the clash between England and Mexico.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if Spain are not got their first team really out on the pitch. The captain's definitely played up every game, but some of the other players haven't played as much, and I think the coach is trying to give everyone a few minutes on the pitch to say they've participated in the championships, but I can't believe they were this bad in the group stage, because they've shown very, very little here, other than the captain, really. So,
yeah, he looks the likeliest source of goals at the moment. Germany had plenty of threats in the first half, slightly quieter second, more evenly matched, I'd say. As Germany have this restart to be taken away to the left-hand side of your picture. Germany kicking left to right, remember, in this second half. That's a whipped throw out by Timo. Bounces before the halfway line and is intercepted by Spain, but all the way back to Timo. Goes short this time to Temi Kutig. Kutig in the right back position, scoops a diagonal ball to the far sideboard, bounces, rolls into vacant space where Spain can prod it back to their goalkeeper, Baranicha. He kicks it over halfway, right-footed. But Furman is there first. And now Narius, the number 5 for Germany. Down the left-hand side, he's got 3 shirts to get away. He weaves past a couple, deflection on the shot, and Narius scores for Germany. The deflection was crucial there. It wrong-footed Baranicha and nestled into the net. Rasmus Narius, the Germany number 5, opens the scoring. Germany 1, Spain 0.
Yeah, they've deserved that, Germany. They've been the more progressive side. All right, there's a little bit of good fortune in it. As you can see, he's dragged it back onto his right foot, then onto his left, and the deflection has done the keeper completely. And yeah, deserved goal by the big fella, and he'll be pleased with that, I expect. Well, let's see if Spain come out now and give it a go in this last 6.5 minutes. Be interested to see what the reaction's like.
As we've said already, today's not afraid to shoot, and you know, it wasn't a clear passage to goal there. There was a couple of red shirts around him. Left-footed, he tried the shot, but the deflection was key. I think Baranicha was basically going to throw, as the expression goes, throw his cap on that one. He was going to claim it fairly comfortably. He was just going to catch it at his midriff and make a comfortable save. But the deflection was absolutely vital in Germany taking the lead. As they, at the other end, try and shoot through Alomar. Just prods it at goal. It is goal-bound, but it's safely collected by Timo, who goes long down the right-hand side to Pektaj. Pektaj is sandwiched between 2 red shirts and loses it initially, then gets it back. That's good from Alican Pektaj. Marauding run over to the far side. He's surrounded by 4 red shirts. Loses it to Alvaro Gomez. Back with Pektaj though. Now Gomez snaps back at him. Germany through Eichler, try and get in down the left and win a corner.
No, the pattern stayed the same. Germany haven't altered, Spain haven't altered anything at all. They carry on like this, it's just going to fizzle out for them. No sign of any Spanish substitutes coming on, so...
Just over 5.5 minutes left of this one. Rasmus Narius' goal is the difference, and Germany have a corner. Kutig tries to cut in from the left-hand side, but actually no, just skirts along the far sideboard all the way back to his defensive third. And then tries to start again.
Just killing a bit of time, I suppose, game management, isn't it? Well, he's got the ball, the Spaniards haven't, so...
And he switched the play to Pektaj, who gets into the penalty area, and that's a good save by the left-hander Baranicha at his near post. It was Pektaj, and it was a good play by Kutig, you have to say. He retreated all the way back from that corner, got into an area where he had loads of space on the pitch, switched the play to Pektaj, who cut him from the right-hand side, a shot, and Baranicha had to intervene, otherwise that would have been 2-0.
Yeah, it was a good effort from him, and it went down low to the goalkeeper's left, just inside the post, and he's got a big, strong hand down in there and flicked it away. He's done well, the keeper. It was a good run by the Germans.
Pektaj over this corner, scoops it straight into the hands of Baranicha. Spurned opportunity there from Germany, and now they've got some defending to do, but they do so well through the goal scorer Narius, who holds up Alomar and feeds Pektaj to his right-hand side, back to his goalkeeper, Timo. Sebastian Timo. Firm pass downfield, where Narius has it. He can't quite keep it in, and it's out for a Spanish restart, taken quickly by Baranicha. Up to the captain, Alomar. He turns. Shoots! Oh, not far away. Not far away from the right-hand post there of, it's Niels Hemmenstedt who's come on for this German second half. The Germans switching their goalkeeper at half-time. Niels Hemmenstedt
Run straight out.
has knocked it long, but it's out. And for a Spanish restart.
Yeah, it's the Spanish captain. If anyone's going to get them back into the game, it is the Spanish captain. That's gone out for a corner at t'other end. Number 10, he looks more likely to do something, but let's say he's nowhere near as lively as what he was in the previous games. But as I've already said, his right hand is really heavily strapped, and perhaps that injury he's got in his hand is preventing him from...
Good shot, though, from Alamar, just cutting in slightly from the near side. He was still quite clearly outside the penalty area, central position, but good power on the shot, narrowly wide of Hemmenstedt's right-hand post. Spain do have this corner, though. 4 minutes 20 for them to find an equaliser. Alamar switches it over to the far side of Unai Sanchez, up against the far sideboard. Rolls it back in field at Alamar. If he can get this, he's on the edge of the penalty area. He's got his back to goal now. All the German outfield players back behind the ball, and Alamar can only stroke it to the far side, where it's going to be picked up, the loose ball, by Eichler for Germany. Spins away from one. Uses the far sideboard to his advantage. Now drifts away from another. Cuts infield. Eichler, just as he was getting towards the danger area, he seemed to lose a bit of composure there, and the ball trickled through to Baranicha, who finds Alamar. Alamar taken down by Narius. Dixie Dean calls foul. Referee says no. Alamar still with the ball. Back to goal now. Turns. Tries to get a shot away with minimal backlift. Can't quite get it. He's held up by Narius. Surrounded by 4 black shirts here. Alamar, he's got his work cut out here, and Germany do clear it through Kutik into the centre circle. Unai Sanchez, the number 6 for Spain, diminutive figure, just cuts it in field to Alamar down the left wing. First touch is a bit heavy. He's going to do well to keep that one in and calm.
And that clock is continuing to wind down, and still we're not really seeing anything sustained by Spain. They're having the occasional breakaway, but that's about it. I think the guy's going to get booked. Yeah, it's about time one of them get booked. They interfere with the goalkeepers trying to retrieve the ball and get the ball back onto the pitch, and the Spanish guys just stepped across the goalkeeper then and prevented him from unleashing the ball quickly. So well done, referee, for sending a warning shot across his bows.
Emiliano Jimenez shown a yellow card by referee Martinez. Germany try to build an attack down the right-hand side. Here's Pektaj. He'll do well to keep it in. And does. Skirts along the edge of the penalty area before Spain are able to hack it clear. Over halfway towards Alamar. Tries to wait for that one and tries to sense where it is, but it's well read actually in the end by Germany, who can try and get it back to their goalkeeper, but then it's run out of play and out for a Spanish corner. We've got 2.5 minutes left. It's Germany who lead by a goal to nil. Rasmus Narius with the deflected goal.
We got a timeout to Spain.
It's a warm day here in Birmingham. Players having a few drinks on this near side. Everyone in shorts and t-shirts in the stand on the far side.
Much the same as us, Rob. It's a bit warm in the gazebo this morning, isn't it?
Gazebo or greenhouse?
Yeah. Yes.
No, it's nice though, because remember the first day was miserable.
Yeah, we've had 2 really stinking horrible days, which was last Monday was your first day here, and last Friday was horrendous. But the rest of the time the weather's been relatively okay for a British summer. You don't get many consecutive days of sunshine, and so it's not been too bad at all. And ideal playing conditions really. It's not too warm, and more importantly, it's except for those 2 days, it's not been very windy, because the noise of the wind rustling through the trees can really upset the players, because it takes away from the sound from the ball, so they can, if it's windy conditions, they can struggle a bit. But no, it's been pretty nigh on perfect for for football. And let's hope Spain give it a go in its last 2.5 minutes. Come on, they're going out with a whimper at the moment, and
Jonathan Tenzing has come back on, taking the place of Alican Pektaj for Germany, who lead by a goal to nil. 2.5 minutes left. For comparison, it's 36 degrees in Madrid at the moment. It's going to be 38 later. Here it's 22, but very pleasant conditions for these two sets of players. It's a gentle breeze which whips up occasionally. As I say, it's a sunny if cloudy day here in the West Midlands in the UK's second city of Birmingham. Here comes Spain then with this corner down the right-hand side. Alamar turns, and there's a deflection on that, I think. It's going to bounce and just go out for a corner.
So they got another chance, Spain. Are they going to start to crank it up? Looks like we're going to have a couple of substitutions from Spain sometime soon. The referee's just running down here, she'll check their eye shades and everything to make sure that they're ready to go on. We're not going to get these before the corner, I don't think. No, we're going to get the corner plate first.
Germany 1, Spain 0. Spain with this corner. Alamar, the number 10, the danger man for Spain, captain. He's forced back into the middle third by Narius, the goal scorer. And Narius takes it off him. Narius now tries to weave his way between two red shirts. Can't do so. Alamar gets back at him, and then I think Narius maybe pulling on the shirt again, was it? Or
yeah,
was
he's holding again. As I say, he's all arms. He must be a nightmare to play against because he's so tall, and he sort of hooks those big levers around you, and you're not going anywhere. So it's a free kick to Spain, but prior to that, we're going to have these two substitutions.
Number 8, Victor Acevedo, is about to come on. He's one of these two changes that Dixie Dean mentions. So Acevedo comes on for Javier Serrato. And Alvaro Gomez makes way for the number 12, Enrique Hierro. Looks like he's going to go into deepest defensive position. And Spain have this free kick. Central position, but it's inside their own half. Just inside the centre circle. Here they go, through Alamar, who stayed on the pitch, and with the outside of his boot tries to roll it into the penalty area. It's cut out by Germany, and here's Narius, renewing hostilities with Alamar there, but Narius gets away from him, then switches it to this near side ball with some real venom on it. Tenzing picks up the ball inside the penalty area. He's hustled, and it's away by Spain, but Tenzing gets it back to goal. Still in an advanced position, though, down the German right. Tenzing gets towards the 8-metre spot. Then he's held up. Tenzing down the left now. Penalty area, shoots across goal, and good effort. Out it goes for a Spanish restart. We're inside the final 90 seconds, though. Germany still leading by a goal to nil.
And there's an issue. One of the referees on the side is making the official on the pitch aware of something. So she is just informed that the guides on the halfway line are coaching out of their thirds. And so he's just reminding them their responsibilities.
Spain restart taken. And here's Acevedo. Acevedo tries to knock it up to the edge of the penalty area, but there's Narius. Narius, the goal scorer. Can he make it a second for Germany? Give them what you'd think would be a crucial 2-goal lead. He does shoot, but it's low and straight at Baranicha. Left-footed. Spain goalkeeper goes long towards Unai Sanchez. Sanchez held up by Furman. Germany getting bodies back. Content to sit on this 1-0 lead at the moment. Alamar on the edge of his own defensive third. Now over the halfway line. Zigzagging run. Alamar shoots. It's well across goal. That's going to drift out harmlessly for a Germany restart. 38 seconds left. Germany 1, Spain 0. It looks like Germany are going to finish in 11th place in this competition. The Men's Blind Football Championship here at the IBSA World Games. Here's Jonathan Tenzing. Might well have won a... No, it's a restart for Spain. It's hurled out quickly by Baranicha. Only as far as Narius on the edge of his defensive third. Time ticking away here into the final 20 seconds. Narius, the goal scorer. Lovely pass to the right wing and Tenzing. Tenzing now shoots at the near post to Baranicha with his left foot. And that's another comfortable claim by Baranicha, who again can only throw it as far as Narius. He's been everywhere on the pitch and deservedly is the match winner for Germany in this 11th place game. As the full-time whistle goes, Germany 1, Spain 0. Rasmus Narius with the goal. Germany had a penalty that hit the post in the first half. They deservedly take the victory here at Dixie Dean in a slightly subdued performance from Spain. They were better in the second half, but really that's a fair result.
Yes, it is. And the big German number 5, he seemed to be like a magnet for the ball, didn't he? Every time it was thrown out, who did it go to? It went straight back to him again. And he scored from the deflected shot. So it's a good all-round performance by the big number 5. He's done a right good job for Germany there, and he's outshadowed everyone else on the pitch, in my opinion. And so Germany take that 11th spot, was it? I think the 11th spot. And Spain will take the 12th one. Spain really didn't show anything like that they played in their group games. So I think they were either just exhausted or couldn't whip up any enthusiasm for the game. But the next game we got up, there'll be enthusiasm for that's for sure.
Yeah, Thailand, Morocco competing for the 9th place. So we know, as Dixie mentioned there, that Germany will finish 11th, Spain 12th. It's Thailand, Morocco next up for you. That match gets underway in, under an hour's time, so about 50 minutes, streamed live here from the University of Birmingham. Before later on, there's a bit of a gap. 6:30 local time, England, the host nation, taking on Mexico to decide who finishes 13th and 14th in this competition ahead of the big final day of the tournament coming up tomorrow before the players all fly back to their respective nations over the course of the weekend. So my thanks to Dixie, as ever, for this game 1 of 3 on this penultimate day of the games, the men's blind football competition. It's finished here. Germany 1, Spain 0. Rasmus Narius, the hero. Hopefully you can join us again later on today when Thailand take on Morocco. But for now, we'll see you later.